Yeah, good evening to you guys. Yeah, I can't record on my phone the sound because the I don't know if it's the perps have done this, but my phone keeps thinking headphones are in, so it won't record sound. So I'm having to record it on my MP3 player. So I apologise if the quality is not very good, but there's some things I have to speak on that have happened to me. But yeah, I made a few videos about what's been happening, so far on my holiday, and the shit's just got a lot worse. Basically, as soon as I got to the campsite, they had a one headlight car there, and they just look like a normal family. That's the thing. They just look like a normal family. You'd never know or suspect, but yeah, they had that, and I keep seeing the one headlight car still, and I'm getting the one in hand in pocket harassment still, on the campsite. So it shows that this is a program with far-reaching connections. But yeah, I'm currently in. I can't remember the name of this place, but it's near Geneva, and it's in France. It's not in Switzerland. It's on the French side of Geneva, in the Alps, and the harassment on this campsite has been pretty terrible, really. Last night, I've recorded it, but it's hard to see. But they sent two perps. One who I'll talk about later, but the other one who's can't be much older than 15 or 16. He's from the family. Sorry, I had some lemonade, some hiccuping. Yeah, he's from the family with the one headlight car that arrived. They have a caravan, and I'll film that. There's at least two perps I've identified, and possibly one more. Probably one more, but yeah, they sent two guys last night, and they were just stood outside the van. One was looking at his phone, the other one was like fidgeting and moving around, and they were just stood outside the van for what must have been half an hour, on the road outside. Even my dad noticed and thought there was something strange about it, and he doesn't know I'm a TI, or he doesn't really know anything about this program, and if I told him he wouldn't believe me. So yeah, but yeah, they were just stood out there for 2 hours straight. Sorry, 2 hours, 30 minutes straight, just doing that. And they finally left at about 11 p.m. But they keep going past giving me the one hand in pocket. I just put it in, to desensitize. I do the same to myself every time they come past. So yeah, it desensitizes it from my mind. But yeah, there's some crazy shit happened today. I was in a restaurant with my mother and my dad, and as soon as we got there, these cyclists came in, and they started talking. They talked non-stop through the whole meal, really loud, and they were doing the NRP, is it? Neuro something programming. I can't remember what it's called, but they were basically doing what I'd heard people describe about it. But they were saying, they were making conversations, and I noticed all the conversations they were doing was about negative things, and I immediately, rang a bell, and I remembered hearing that it's one thing they do. But these are the things they kept mentioning: conversations about death, conversations about people breaking down, conversations about people having mental health issues, conversations about, say, yeah, have you heard from so-and-so? Yeah, there's the depressed. The words that kept coming up were depression, death, mental health issues, And they even said, oh, we've got a life, stuff like that. So I just, I played them at their own game and just said, when I had a conversation with my dad about something, saying this woman was quite an old woman, so I just said, oh, old things, they don't do what they should do. They're stupid, and then in that way, so it's directing at her. So, I'm fighting these perps, but yeah, that was all the subjects were depression, death, heart attacks, negative things. See, they're trying to condition you to negative things. Depression, heart attacks, death, breakdowns, paranoid. They were saying paranoid about someone a few times. Paranoid. What else? We've got a life, they said. Just little things like that. It's hard to describe it all because it was that many things, but just lots of little things like that. Talking about depression mostly. It's just things like that they were doing, and it just struck true with me. Remembering the NRP. I think that's what it's called. I don't know what it stands for, but I think that's it. But where they just put thoughts in your head, like the depression, put words in your head so it manifests, like saying depression to get you depressed, or breakdown, they'll say things like insane, pardon me, sorry, crazy, and stuff like that, just to get into your head, put the words into your head. So I just kept saying things like good, yeah, I'm having a good time, just positive things to neutralise the negative. And but yeah, this program the harassment here, actually, to be honest, has been worse than home. In some ways, it's just been, I've had oh yeah, and the ambulance, they sent the ambulance when I was in the pizza place. They sent the ambulance numerous times, about 2 or 3 times. Sorry, 2 times. They send the ambulances all the way here. They keep sending them. It's just same shit, but different country. So it just shows you how far this program can stretch out. But yeah, I was talking about this other second perp who was there when he was stood outside the van, and he's just creepy. He was sat outside the shower block. Little girls and shit going past. This motherfucker's like looking at them, and I know a fucking, you know what I mean. I know that kind of person when I see him. And this motherfucker's just looking at all the girls and shit. And my mum, when I talk to my mum about it, it's like, oh, you're just being paranoid. Oh, you're just being this. It's the same shit. This is why I never tell anything to my parents, because they're just like, oh, you're being paranoid. Oh, he's not doing that really. But, as a TI, you spot these things because the behaviour is the same shit as the stalking behaviour. It's that same shit. Although even when they're not gang stalking you, you can spot it when they're doing it to someone else. But yeah, my mum and dad like, oh, stop being silly, stop this. Even when I mentioned about the people in the, I didn't mention gang stalking, but I mentioned what they were doing in the pizzeria, and they're like, oh no, you're just making an issue out of nothing and all that shit. So that's why I never tell them, that I'm a TI. They'd be like, oh, you're just paranoid. Oh, you're just making it up. But we as TIs, we know we're not paranoid, and we know that what is being done it's real. It's not a joke. It's as real as anything else. It's just being done covertly. So we need to keep that in our mind. That what is being. I know it's hard sometimes. They trying to make you think you're crazy, because it's what they want you. That's what they want. They want you to think you're crazy, so they can institutionalize you. But as a TI, you have to say, no, I'm not crazy. No, this is happening to me. Just say it multiple times in your mind. That's what I do, and it just helps. Say, no, I'm not crazy. No, this is happening to me. The sooner you accept it's happening, it's better. But yeah, I wanted to say this, and if this helps any TIs, wherever you're from, then I'm happy that it's helped someone. That's all I've got to say, really. But yeah, I mean, they got to me a bit today, really. I feel a bit fed up, but you just gotta say, I'm not gonna let them spoil my day. I'm gonna have the best day I can and keep going, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's the shit they do, really. I'm just gonna have a look outside and see if that. I think I said my phone isn't working, didn't I? Just checking in case. But yeah, my phone, I can't record sound, so. Yeah, that. So I was just looking out the door and that motherfucker who was looking at all the little girls and shit is still there. But yeah, this is the shit they do. I think it may not even be for them, it may be just for me to get me to notice him stood outside the whole time. Because he's been stood out there and sat there for about over an hour. But these are the creepy scumbags that they'll recruit. Or who recruit. These are the scummy things. They're not human, there's something else that do this harassment. So, on that note, I'm gonna end my recording and I'll upload this as soon as I get sorry, I'm not trying to sensitize, I just got a cough. Yeah, as soon as I get home. But yeah, it's just crazy. I'll just say I'm not trying to sensitize because I've been accused of sensitizing people over what I would say is bullshit. So if any motherfuckers that think I am, I'm not. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Alright, I'm ending the tape recording. Sorry.